Hi everyone. Okay, today's lesson is about line graphs. Line graphs. Well, what are they? Let's think about that for a minute. Line graphs. Well, line graphs has got the word graphs in, and all graphs are a way of showing numerical data, which means number information about something, clearly showing it in a picture. And we turn the numbers into a picture, a graph, which it's easy to understand. And actually, graph means drawing and sometimes writing in Greek. And there are many kinds of graphs. We've seen things called bar graphs, and line graphs is our new thing, what we're learning today, line graphs. So let's just say, oh, excuse me, this is something that we see in year 2 and in year 3, which is a bar graph. And these are the bars. These tall blocks here, they're the bars. And a bar graph is used to show how much or how many of different things that there actually are. So this bar graph shows the eye colour of children in Ash class. So some of the children have got blue eyes. Well, 12 children with blue eyes. Then, can you see how tall the bar is? We read across the scale. 16 have got brown eyes. We've got, between 2 and 4, well, that must be 3 children with green eyes. None with pink eyes, fortunately. But we use a bar graph when we are counting different things. Blue eyes are different to brown eyes, are different to green eyes. They are different. They don't change over the course of your life. We're not like husky dogs or wolves. Okay, now a line graph. Now that line graph, that's what we're learning about today. A line graph is different. A line graph might look like this. Can you see why it's called a line graph? Well, it starts with a dot here, then the line goes up, and then it goes down, and then it keeps on going down. So a line graph shows how one thing changes over time. And it's used in a different way to a bar graph or a bar chart. So let's have a little look at some line graphs and see if we can understand how they work. So line graphs show how something changes over time. So let's think of an example. For example, the temperature can change every day, can't it? The temperature, some days it's hotter, some days it's colder. The temperature can change every day. And we can present this information in a table. So look, on Sunday it was 25 degrees C. On Tuesday, on Monday, okay. We've presented that information in a table, and actually, really, obviously, Monday and Tuesday should be the other way around, shouldn't they? But you have the idea. What is the thing that is changing here? Every day, the temperature is changing. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change that round because it's change it round. I've got it in the wrong place. Silly me. Oops. So I'll write it in here. Okay. Here we can see this line graph, if we look at the title, shows the temperature between Sunday the 1st of July and Saturday the 7th of July. So it's the information from the table shown each day. Well, Sunday was 25 degrees, so Sunday, go up, read across, the temperature, okay, 25 degrees. The next day was Monday, 28 degrees. And can you see, we took a ruler and joined it up with a straight line. That's why it's called a line graph. Then on Tuesday, the temperature goes down from 28, it goes to 26. So on Tuesday, we go up 26 and we join it up 26. And that line shows how many on each day and also shows the temperature going up, down, then it's falling, going down, falling down here on Thursday down to 19, the coldest time, and going up and going back up again on Saturday. So that's a line graph. It's showing one thing changing over time. And on a line graph, you'll see that very often there's a dot, or sometimes you'll see it as a cross or a star. And the dots or the stars show the actual data, the number information from the table. Do you remember we started off with information from the table and we used the dots or the crosses and then joined them up with the straight lines. And that's what a line graph is. It shows how that information changes. So let's use that information. What was the temperature on Sunday? Well, we need to look for Sunday along the bottom. Okay, almost always the time is shown along the bottom of the graph. Going along, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, this is the time, it's the days. So Sunday, we read up, here's the dot for Sunday's information. We go across, and our answer is, for Sunday, what was the temperature on Sunday? The temperature was 25. Then I'm going to do the degrees, which is a little symbol like that. Degrees C. Okay. What was the temperature on Sunday? Now, we can have a different kind of question. On what day was it 22 degrees? Now, we know that we're looking for the day that it was 22 degrees. So now we have to look up the Y scale. The Y, I shouldn't call it the scale, the Y axis. And I've got the temperature. So I'm looking 22 degrees, so 19, 20, 21, 22. So I'm going to go across from 22. Aha. This is the data point that is 22 degrees. And now I'm going to read down, okay, on what day was it 22 degrees? On Wednesday. Wednesday. Now, you might say, but hold on, this is 22 degrees as well. It is. But this here, this is not a data point. It's not one of these dots. Okay? So there was no actual measurement at this point between Thursday and Friday. The data points, the dots or the stars or the crosses sometimes is what we're looking for. Okay. So line graphs show how one thing changes as time goes by. We'll often use them to show how people are getting taller as they get older. We weigh babies a lot because we want babies to be healthy and to put on weight. So we'll plot their development by measuring their weight, and we'll show it on a line graph because we want to see how much heavier they're getting. We could see how the price of something changes. How does the price of Arsenal season tickets change every year? And here is a toy that I used to like. It's called Slowpoke Sloth. And here is Slowpoke Sloth. So when we get a line graph, first thing we do is we look at the title. Here's the title. The title is The Price of the Slowpoke Sloth Toy. So, this is giving us information about the price of the toy. And it's a line graph, so it's how has the price changed? So, that's the first thing we do, look at the title. Then we look along the bottom and we see the units of time. Okay, 1996, 1997, 1998, 1999, 2000, 2001. Every year. So this is the price every year. And then we look and see what units. Oh, hold on. The price is in dollars. So I wonder where they were making this toy. Where were they selling it? Because we don't have pounds in England, do we? But they do have dollars in other countries, so that's giving us a clue. Maybe this graph is about another country, maybe the United States, or another country where they have dollars. Okay, so let's have a go at answering our questions. What is question on the top? What was the price of a slowpoke sloth in 1997? Well, I'm going to look along the bottom. You see the units of time. So I'm looking for 1997, and I'm going to go up and find, aha, there's the data point for 1997. It's not a dot or a star here, it's a little square, but that's what I want. Okay, and I'm going to read horizontally straight across. Aha. Oh, it's between 12 and 15. Oh. How far? Well, 10, maybe 11, 12, 13, 14. So, the price of a slowpoke sloth in 1997 was $12 what? $12 or maybe $13. Not completely obvious, and that's fine. $12 or $13. I think it's a little bit less than half, so I'd probably go $12. But the scale's not exact here, and that's fine. What was the price? When was the price of a slowpoke sloth? $24. Now we know we're looking for 24. So 24, just a little bit less than 25. So we're going to go across. Aha, right. There's the data point. We go down. That was in 1999. Okay. What happened to the price of a slowpoke sloth between 1997 and 1998? Well, 1997 is here, so there's the data point. 1998 is here. We see the line go up. You could answer this in different ways. We could say the price went up. We could even say the price went up. We could add some more detail. From $12 to, hold on, 15, let's see, 16, 17, probably to $18. That's a big difference. The price went up from $12 to $18. The price went up quite a lot, quite steeply. And we can see that it went up from the line, and that's why line graphs are useful, because they help to show us that information very visually. For how many years did a slowpoke sloth cost more than $15? That's our next question. Well, let's find the $15 line, and we'll go along. This is the $15 line on the line graph. How many data points are above 15? Well, 1998, 1999, and 2000. 1, 2, 3. For 3 years. How many years did a slowpoke sloth cost more than $15? For 3 years. It must have been a very popular toy then, because it's quite expensive. But then it got less expensive. I wonder why. Maybe it got less popular. Now, here's a different line graph, and we'll just look at this quickly. Line graphs can tell a story of how something changes over time. And this one tells the story of a boy called Jamal, who's been doing a times tables test every week in the spring term. So let's look along the bottom. So we got that information from the title, didn't we? Always look at the title first. Then we see week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. We look along the x-axis at the bottom for the time going by. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6. And then this axis, the y-axis, the score out of 20. And we can see from this that Jamal started with getting 4 out of 20. Is that a good score? Nope. 6 out of 20, 7 out of 20, and then he kind of plateaued level 7, 7, 8, 4. But look, something has happened and Jamal's starting to get a lot better. If you were Jamal's teacher, what story would this tell you about Jamal and his times tables? Well, it would tell you that he didn't know his times tables, and he wasn't making much effort at the start, I would say. He wasn't learning them very well, but he's getting quite a lot better by the end. So, your work is to have a look. I've given you these 2 line graphs and asked you some different questions about them. One about the price of the Slowpoke Sloth toy, and the other one about Jamal and his times tables tests in the spring. So you're going to practice reading and understanding line graphs, and we're going to do some more of that in our next lesson. See you soon, everyone. Bye. Keep up your good work.